Hello, hello. Are you guys getting this? This is a different layout. I haven't seen this before. Looks like we're having some sort of issue here. Sorry about that. We have gotten the race started. We will get this sorted out with you guys shortly. I don't know what is happening here. Okay, we have... Alright. Alright, we got the wrong layout. Okay, sorry about that. We'll get that sorted out pretty soon here. Is the stream frozen for you as well, Rylan? Like nothing's moving? Oh, Rylan's muted. Okay, probably so.
Yeah. This is not really looking good right now.
Oh, power frame rate. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, there we go. At least we got the correct layout. Okay, so let me just introduce the race since we're getting started. This is Rico versus MColyer. This is a reed seed. We got new patch for multiplayer items. Rico is our 16th seed and MColyer is our 24th. This is losers round 2, or lower round 2 rather. I'm Drikfos, I'm joined by Rylan. Hopefully we can get this sorted out. Rylan, how have you been?
I've been fine. Lost a bit of touch with the tournament since my playing rounds now have some quite large breaks in them. But I mean, I'm kind of connected to this race since the winner of this will face me next. So yeah, a little bit of scouting, a little bit of talking. Let's see what we have in store today.
Person handling this is saying that the stream has to catch up or something like that. So Lord knows that how long that'll last. In the meantime, I guess I will take a look at the VOD and keep you guys up to date since we'll need to know about what's happening. So they've gotten past Albert. The light beam on Unamos. Starting with light beam. First hint is that Tumos is dead.
Well, that's nice to hear, I guess. From runner perspective.
Missile on what's his face, Albert? And a key on transfer B access.
Sky Temple, or was it the boss key?
The red key. Oh, might be catching up here.
Has it been scouted?
Oh, there we go. Okay. Unlimited beam ammo and
unlimited beam
search code B.
Well, we take that. Works well with our light beam.
Dark Torski 2. Transfer B access.
Okay. Good to know. Those are the key we most likely need if the boss is required.
So later dead.
On towards Aegon.
Well, we don't have a progression yet.
Yeah, we kind of need
something
to have here because there was expansion.
Oh, missile.
Missile is now in logic, so yeah. That's our way to climb Mining Plaza. And there's a movement system in Portal Access A, so yeah, we might want to go for that. Likely gonna be Space Jump. Could be Screw Attack. But wouldn't really help us immediately. Could be grapple or graph. Just set us up for later words.
So yeah, we'll hopefully get McColyer caught up here, and it won't be we can carry on. Okay, just a minute behind, so 60 more seconds, and we should be good.
Rico going for the little slope jump here to have little shortcuts, and we fell.
That looked bright in Mining Plaza.
I did not pay attention, but bright does not necessarily seem good knowledge for a runner, because that increases the likelihood of it being required. There we go. Rico getting the slope jump now.
I think that's a missile in temple assembly sites.
Okay.
Okay. Standard Aegon stuff. I imagine we're gonna grab that movement system and then go to Aegon Temple. Looks like ammo. Mining Station A.
Yeah, kind of glowy, so probably very unimportant. Don't need any beam ammo anymore, and like missile expansions, meh.
Ooh, that could be Annihilator or an E-Tank in Mining Plaza. I have no idea. I'll have to triple check it. Space jump as expected. It's very rare that that's not going to be space jump.
Yep.
The real saying should be there's always progression in Portal Access A.
Now, that space jump also being our way to escape the Bomb Guardian fight. Just jump over the gates, no problem. And then we have Chamber A, and not too much more currently. We could go over to CMS, although that item's not no, do we logically need bombs or explosives to access command center?
We need something to break the grate. So explosives, screw attack, or we have light beam, so we can go up top, but we don't have logical access to the top either.
Yeah,
so.
that's the thing. Light beam not logical to use for that yet. Like we go setting up for the 2 Cyclone Bomb Guardian. MColyer having a little bit more trouble. Oh, and Rico missed the timing. Yeah, there we go. First
This
bomb
doesn't
guardian
have to be
down.
progression, I don't believe. It could be
No.
Hive Chamber B.
Yeah, with the space jump we can logically get out. And we do have power bombs. Well,
so that gives us central mining station access, command center, Hive Chamber B as well, Dino Chamber, comm area, GFMC box, transport A access, dangerous action. Not wind chamber yet.
I mean,
do you go back to Temple Grounds here? I guess it is more check dense, but I kind of feel like maybe command center is. Actually, no. Let me do this first. You do this
probably
first,
would be very tempted to go check Temple Ground. But we got an Amber, so we can take at least a hint, maybe 2 or 3. And
Storage,
Sand Cache, always forgetting about Sand Cache.
storage D is in logic. Forgot about that because of the light beam.
Destiny tank. Unfortunately, just a Joker here in MSA, so not really the info that we would have hoped for. And looks like we have a slight diversion. Collier at least going for the portal terminal hint here, which we cannot really do much more of that in this room without.
A bit conservative, in my opinion. I feel like this play would have made more sense if our remaining checks were really bad, but they're not. They're perfectly fine. Minor Plaza, what do you have verse?
Grotech and Transport Center. That is bomb locked.
So bombs lock screw attack. So we might as well not even actually hold on, let me read this hint. Major Jiffy.
So first instinct would be to read this as bombs on a crate and then get the screw attack and see from there. But it doesn't have to be. And it could be on top of the ship, so
I think it'd be worth it if you found bombs here to do Wind Chamber. Because there's a good chance that Wind Chamber is going to be our next logic. Because of that screw attack.
Even if not, you could... if you are comfortable enough with the dashes, it's probably worth to peek at least.
Well, even if it's like... I don't know, I have mixed feelings about Wind Chamber. I feel like in this scenario it makes sense to do it simply because of the chances that it's logical. Whereas usually I usually feel like it's better to go for it during your trip to Torvis.
I was speaking about this scenario, not in general.
In general, okay. My bad.
Like, I mean, if you are very, very confident in dashes, you might as well. But, like, especially if you have not done Jump Guardian yet, there's at least one point in the race where you could reasonably come back, and if you are not that good with the dashes and you know where screw attack is, then...
Oh my god, I think that's Spider Ball in Mining Plaza.
Ooh.
I think that might actually be Spider Ball in Mining Plaza. It's a bit too... It's a bit too circular to be... It's a bit too circular to be E-Tank, and it's a bit too blue and textured to be... It's a bit too big to be Grav. I'll watch it again, but first let me watch out for this. Dark ammo.
5 chambers, not really helpful. Missile expansion, which does at least something for us, and then ammo expansion, which absolutely does nothing anymore. So whatever it is it's either command center or... I mean, if we can get command center now, we can get up to what's it, CMS? Because we have light beam to go around.
But I think we finish off Dynamo Chamber, Comm Area, GFMC box, and
definitely.
Transport A.
Like this is where we likely suspect our next progression in form of bombs to be. And not. Oh, did take a bit, but we got this getting the power bomb to open up com area, which was entirely useless. Morph ball related upgrade in Ing Reliquary. Most likely a power bomb expansion. But we never know. And what is our major here in GFMC? That's not bombs. Well, we have to get back here later.
That's okay. Transport A access, which then gives us the only thing that could be is Emerald, which does nothing, I don't believe.
Doesn't really do anything. So.
Or command center.
Command center or central mining station are now or.
Correct.
Most likely bombs. We do have Rico at least a peek in Grand Wind Chamber. If you go this way, you'll probably want to go over if you are comfortable enough with the dashes. Which I suspect is going to be happening here.
Is that a suit? That's an Annihilator. That is an Annihilator.
That's interesting. And we're not going for Gateway.
You're just not comfortable with it.
Which is fair. And I mean, we know that we have to return later anyway.
I mean, if you know how to do it, I would prefer that you do it, even if it's uncomfortable, simply because there's a good chance that screw attack is just going to ping-pong you back there. That's my rationale for it.
I would tend to agree, but again, that would be necessitating being comfortable enough with the dashes. Which not everyone is. And yep, MColyer finding out the same thing. Not finding the cut trigger, there we go. And
bombs.
Bombs. Oh. Emerald. Okay.
Okay, so that tells us our progression is Emerald. Whoa, 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 why are we not grabbing bombs?
Because Rico doesn't have a power bomb.
Oh. Pain.
Yeah, power bomb management is a weird thing. You have to be aware of your current count and where the crates are to refill comfortably.
By the way, dude, there is one check that is logical. That is really, really bad, and that is storage D.
Yep.
That is one of our 3 checks.
Although now that we do have morph bombs, even if not on logic, we can probably break this seat wide open because we now can get screw attack and yeah. We can check vent area A on the way.
I wonder if it is a bad idea to what do you think of actually just doing Jump Guardian Loop instead of going to labs and finding that emerald?
Yeah, I would really prefer to just go. I mean, get screw attack first in any case, however you do, and I would most likely do Jump Guardian Loop on the way, especially if you can determine that it is spider behind worms. Then junction side, no.
And there's a major on top of the ship as well, so
yeah. So
Definitely
would
grab this key.
really prefer to do Jump Guardian Loop right now. See if we can find Dark Beam before we have to go into labs.
Cracked up. We don't have info on Emerald. We're guessing that's our next progression, but it could get really weird and give us like a suit into Dark Beam into Pod W Emerald into bombs or something like that.
Yeah,
Could get really goofy.
There's definitely some weird stuff that could happening, but from hints we know that Screw Attack is in Transport Center, which is bomb locked. Our bombs are currently Emerald or Dark Visor and Seekers locked, and we know that there's a major on GFMC ship.
Yep.
So the bombs are coming into play relatively soon, logically, probably. So suspicion is that Emerald is just either... No, it cannot be Storage D. That had to be Dark Beam to then unlock that. But to probably CMS or Command Center is gonna have our Emerald to put the bombs into logic. And yeah.
I checked
Then we should
McCollier's
hopefully-
VOD, and boy howdy, it really did look like Spider on Mining Plaza. McCollier's playing on the emulator, and it's very clear on their stream, so on his stream, so.
See if Rico takes maybe another peek. Ah, that's definitely shiny, and it's definitely looking very round.
That is very small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I'm gonna even double check on their stream. Definitely not an ETM. Seems a bit too small to be a cannon or gravity. I think I'm gonna call that Spider.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, we're wrong. Okay, so we need worm keys.
Worst that could be would probably be Cannonball. Because we don't necessarily need that.
Rico opening up the gates. Let's see if McCollier follows. Again, I feel the correct play here is to... I think both of us agree like the correct play is to go Jump Guardian Loop. See if McCollier follows along.
I mean, if nothing else, you definitely grab Screw Attack so that you are not locked into reactor core... Main reactor? What's the name of the room?
Main reactor.
Main reactor.
Yeah. You can at least grab a... Yeah, that's another consideration as well.
So
the only thing, also the labs, if you find Dark Visor Seeker in labs, that's not nearly as useful as Screw Attack. And getting top of ship, which we know is a major. You got energy dead, and we get a hint out of it. So I was going for the hint here is not too bad. Progressive suit and battleground.
Okay. Which begs the question, how are we actually supposed to get there? Because we have no way to enter a Dark World in labs currently.
Nope.
And from the other side, we would logically need to get supers and the other suit to get to that suit. So if Annihilator is over on Grand Wind Chamber, then yeah, Dark Beam is probably somewhere around, maybe?
Dark Beam could be in some horrendous places, though. As we've seen a few times. It looks like... Okay, good. I'm okay with doing the hint at least, because hint is good info, but I don't like what McCollier's doing here. I don't feel like we should be doing Sand Canyon, or excuse me, Vents Area A or Storage D here.
Especially if you have the hint that Screw Attack is in Transport Center, which I'm not sure McColyer actually has the info, because I'm pretty sure that was the Mining Plaza hint.
McColyer definitely has that info. Definitely has that info.
Okay.
A key, at least.
Rico finding out that there will be another major in GFMC Dark Aegon Key. Yeah, we need that. Like, Rico turning around. Don't really like this order if you know that Screw Attack is round, because you now leave behind Sand Canyon. And you could have just routed that into labs with Screw Attack. So, yeah. Not too big of a fan of this order in specifically, but
Makes
I
sense that
mean,
McCollier's going back. It's just that it doesn't
yeah.
chat like it makes sense that going back is just going here in the first place is very, very. It's not even conservative. It's just an error. I think there's a difference. Like, if bombs were logical, this would be
Yeah.
vent area A would be a conservative play. This is just an error to go for vent area A, in my opinion.
Like, that's the big kicker. The bombs are not logical yet.
Bombs are not in logic until Emerald or Screw Attack Seekers chat. Or not Screw Attack. Seekers and Dark Vader.
Dark Vader, yeah.
But I imagine we now do... Do we go back for the Screw Attack and then go back to Dark World again? Or do we just finish off Jump Guardian Loop first?
I think we just finish off Jump Guardian Loop first.
Okay.
There's not too much that we would need Screw Attack in the first loop for. We do have an E-Tank, so like health preserving is not the biggest issue.
Key and Crossroads. Love to see it.
That's a target.
Whoever's key, some kind. I don't know what number it was. It's too quick for me.
I think it was 3, but I might be off on that. And Rico looks like going back for Screw Attack immediately. I mean, if you plan to not just do Jump Guardian Loop, that's fine. Might be trying to hunt down for Dark Beam, which might be around given what we know. We'll see. Like, we just have
Maybe, okay, so here's the reason I asked. Maybe there's a small chance we find supers in Jump Guardian Loop. And if we do, then you're going to want to have Screw Attack. Because then that might constitute a big trip into Dark Labs. Where you would probably want Screw Attack. You probably want it to reach Battlegrounds out of logic a little bit at least. But you could make a play like that.
I mean, on the other hand,
I don't agree with the play. I think you should just do Jump Guardian Loop before getting Screw, but maybe that's the thought process. I guess we can ask them. We'll see if McColyer does the same thing.
Without Dark Beam and without Spider Ball, which we supposedly know that it's not going to be accessible soon. Like, there's only 2 checks that it could be here, and playing for supers, I'm not sure is
not playing for super. I don't mean necessarily playing for supers, but just on the contingency that maybe supers show up. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I don't like it. I think that's very unlikely. Although the last time I said that, it happened. I think to move on to the next question here. Do we find the Emerald before we go back to Simple Grounds and get that major on top of ship? I feel like we do because of FTA hint. Even if it does mean a labs trip that could be kind of unproductive and not very good. I think that might be a consideration. Do you agree?
I would definitely try. I mean, worst thing that probably could be, which is not that unlikely, is that it's actually Dark Beam on the ship now. Maybe supers? No, supers won't really do that much. It would put Warriors Walk into logic. But would not be putting Dark Labs into logic yet, without the other suit. Huh. We'll see.
We have light beam, so we can do this incredibly quickly.
If we think on it, yep. Rico remembering.
Doing this while rolling around is faster and safer than what both players are trying to do with this screw attack. There's a chance you screw attack bonk. Yeah, McColyer just walking as well. It's definitely safer to roll.
Trump Guardian 5. Done.
So we
Let's
know
see.
Junction Sight's going to be probably dead. If it has something, then it's like, oh boy, there's Dark Beam and Junction
There's
Pit.
Dark Beam. Okay.
Emerald
Can
locks
take-
Dark Beam. Okay.
True. But to be fair, Emerald could just be CMS or Command Center. For you know.
Nice to see Dark Beam though.
Yep.
Because now we can do Incash 4. Always. Incash 4 probably the most isolated check, regularly isolated check in the game. Oh. That's unfortunate.
Cannonball.
Now we definitely want to be moving around a cannon here. We
Yeah.
should be boosting throughout this entire area. Oh my god. Get screwed.
Nice bonk. Also,
Could be a morph ball right now.
Cannonball just preventing all the environmental damage. Very big help for
Yeah.
this.
Also, just boosting is very, very fast as well.
Yeah.
Also, McColyer, if you're watching this, charge light beam is worse than just regular light beam shots.
I might have remembered that.
Is Rico leaving here? Oh, we're leaving. I'm not sure I like this. I feel like we stay in. Actually, I don't know. No.
Now with Dark Beam, I would just be heavily tempted to just clear out labs.
Yeah, especially with Dark Beam, and especially because like that GFMC ship, the GFMC like route is like gonna be much nicer. And like, what could GFMC have that would help us in labs so much? I guess the only thing that would really
Supers.
punish us is supers.
Which we would not really need for Taurus access, given that we can piece our logic towards suit now, if we find Emerald.
But Kara, we don't need boost. We don't need it. We have Cannonball.
Now, the question is, can we keep Cannonball all the way to the end? We do have screw attack, so we're in a good position for that, but as always, airy.
That's key. Bod W.
No dogs yet, but who needs that? That's our... Well, do we know all Taurus keys now?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So at least if Chica is required, we don't really need to go hunting for keys.
Yep. In fact, Rico could have probably gotten Crossroads like right away instead of that's another reason why we could have stayed in Aegon. We could have cleared that out.
Although we have seen Crossroads as... That was also a Taurus key, right? So we
Yep, that was a
don't need
Taurus
that
key.
immediately.
Yeah. We could have finished, like, been done with early Aegon. Although, actually, we have to come back for a Worm anyway, so maybe not.
Fair.
Maybe Chick is guarding the Worm key. Oh, God. That would be horrendous.
Oh, I would be all for it.
All right, what do you have for a ship? If it's supers, then this play is amazing. If not, if it's anything else, then it's like, oh,
Yes,
I just
indeed,
willed it into
supers.
existence. I willed it into existence. Okay. Warrior's Walk is now available. So Warrior's Walk, Storage C. That is nice. We do not have Dwarf in Storage C. That is really, really nice.
No.
And now this gives us logical access into Torvis. Actually, well, once we find the emerald, everything will now suddenly become in logic. And we want to grab that emerald before we go to
Taurus, yeah, for sure.
So grabbing the Annihilator here wouldn't be a bad play. So we know Seekers, we know... So what is... So this is locked by Seekers, locked by Boost. Is it locked by Dark Visor? No, you don't need Dark Visor to lock on. So
Don't think we need
Seekers...
Dark Visor.
So Seekers and Boost cannot be locked by Annihilator. Another
That's a red key.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's an egg and key.
McColyer tried to grab Crossroads, didn't work out. Okay, so we're gonna try for this Annihilator, which I don't mind.
No, it's here. If you know this trick, then you have everything you need to get it. There we go. First try. If you
Nice.
Yep. Don't balk on this one. That would be really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Get the hard part, scrub the easy one. But yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
This is actually kind of nice. It really routes into Incash too. I actually didn't think of this as well. We could also do Incash 2 on our first pass as well.
True, true. I was about to mention that. So, if that was the intention and banking reading on to the hint for the major on GFMC for potential supers, then this is probably a very, very smart thing for Rico to do. Because now we can just full clear labs aside from Feeding Pit.
Yep.
And Dark Oasis, but we get that hint.
What was what up? In Mining Plaza? Spiderwell.
Most likely, like 99% sure.
Yeah. We're pretty sure it's Spiderwell.
Like, it could be potentially Boost, but we are like very, very confident that it's the ball upgrade.
If you want to check the VOD, or the player VODs, I believe, let me have it here. Rico checked it in his VOD at 43 minutes and 40-ish seconds. Meanwhile, when did McColyer check it? At around 23 seconds and 23 minutes and 30 seconds, if you really want to triple check. Looks like we're skipping the rest of the fight here. Nice. For this item, which looks like might just be... Wait, is that emerald? That looks like emerald to me.
I have
Central Mining Station.
not paid attention.
That looks like a visor.
Most likely emerald. Which would put our logic to get back together. Yep, there we go.
Good. Alright. Now the kitchen sink is now coming to logic. Torvis.
Actually. I mean, you'd probably do labs now at least to grab the suit.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely grab the suit at least.
Like, I was about to think. Now with all that we have and know that Rico's gonna get, do you actually do labs or do you just go straight Torvis? But no, at least grab the suit. McColyer going in vanilla, even with having Dark Beam. Not too sure about that.
Yeah, we'd probably want to do storage D first. Or storage B, or go in, hit the trigger, storage B, etc.
Okay, I mean, that's just going out the front door, just grabbing out. Okay, no, that's okay, fine. Sure.
Is Torvis in logic? Yes, it is with those supers, yes. The light beam supers are, yeah, Torvis is in
I mean,
logic, yes.
we also can logically get the suit, so that would also put our.
We don't know. It could be in the cache.
That is true, actually. You are correct on that. You are right.
Now this does route really nicely into labs here.
It does.
Oh my god, fight worm right now. Fight worm right now. We turn around, we fight worm. I don't even care about labs. I guess we can grab the suit if it's there.
So
Yep, grab the suit.
Rico only has 2 keys currently, so would need to grab the third first.
Oh, inventory A, that's right. We don't know about inventory A.
Yeah.
On Rico's side. Oh, no power bombs. Meanwhile, storage D. Nothing.
Well, there was apparently Dark Samus fight, and I completely missed it. Thanks for
Oh, that is that an E? Oh no, that's an item.
Grapple? Felt like to be too small for gravity. Beam-related dark oasis, yeah, that's completely out. We have knowledge about all beams and supers, which that could not be supers anyway. That has to be grapple, right?
I don't know. If it's Spider Ball, then I'm very confused.
It's not even remotely round enough for that to be Spider Ball, I feel like.
Not necessary either. We don't need it, so.
And yeah, Chet brings up a good point. It cannot be Spider.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Spider Ball.
Spider Ball is logically required for this, at least in these settings.
No, that's E. That's an E tank.
Okay. Which, I mean, we are currently only on 1, and McColyer doesn't have the suit yet, so what makes sense that we're interested in at least a second E. There's Sky Temple
That's
Key
nice.
and Incash 2, so Rico's play definitely paying off. And pausing here. Oh, okay. So yeah, McColyer will have to come back here later for the SDK at least. So yeah, Rico's route already paying off big time here. Like the only thing that would benefit MColyer at this point in this regard is if there is something in Feeding Pit. And McCollier does manage to find Light Suit and return here before Rico does.
Okay. Route here for Rico is probably to clear labs, right?
Yeah. Finish our labs. Then probably save warp. It's a bit weird because of Sand Canyon and Vent Area A. Rico trying out to figure out which way to go.
Do we know the quick kill strat? No, we do not. It's actually faster to immediately fire a missile and just spam Annihilator than power bombs.
Power bombs feel like just more easy to get your head around. Probably at least the thing that you're more familiar and more comfortable with this stage.
Completely missiles in bioenergy and storage B.
Yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention, but there is nothing new on Rico's tracker. We are getting that E-tank. Rico's side.
So, actually, is there a... I'm wondering if Rico finds Vent Area A, goes, and then fights Worm right away. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's probably worth it to do Worm. Probably just because then, once you have Echo, you don't have to go all the way back to return the energy. I think it's
The
best to
thing
do Worm
is,
now.
in Rico's position with all the items that we have, as soon as we find Emerald, I would be very, very tempted to just go Torvus for density. We do have supers, we do have Emerald for hints.
That is true, yeah. But if they've been following the tournament, they know that you always stay in Aegon. Never go to Taurus. Never ever. You full cleared Aegon, and you will be rewarded for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that Rico does not have Emerald yet is probably a good sign in that case, in that scenario, because if Rico just finishes out here on CMS, you're not the closest to a save station immediately. So you might at that point just go over to what's it called? Sand Canyon and Vent Area A, clear those out, peek into Spider's treasure, and take the save station near Hive entrance for warp out, maybe? Or go back for the save station then in labs to warp to Torvus. If you don't find anything else, which Rico would then find the last Aegon key, and I think at that point you just go to Spider. Although we don't have go to Worms. Well, we don't have Echo yet, so You're not getting spider immediately.
Down. Now we gotta kill the pirates. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight the pirates.
More E in storage. B.
McColyer picking up this missile. If you're watching this back, McColyer, that missile is very, very slow to grab. It's fine if you grab all the ones. That one's just not very good. Now, Rico could also do Mine Shaft, Sand Canyon, Vent Area
Rico?
A.
Yeah, that's not the way to go out if you have not done the fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Pick up Grapple Guardian. If it's just the missile and Grapple Guardian, yeah, don't pick that up. Okay, so after this, I imagine we go to Torvis. I don't imagine we're doing whatchamacallits.
Sand Canyon, Vent Area
Sand
A,
Canyon.
Spider's Treasure. I mean,
Or sorry, I don't imagine we're doing hints, rather. Because we don't have Seekers.
Yeah. I mean, depends. We could. If you're familiar with one of the out-of-bound strategies, or like with the screw attack method and into the tunnel. That's not too bad. We have Dark Suit.
I don't think...
And Rico is turning around to get the save station, so we go into overseer. Which is understandable.
Okay.
Or
are we? What are we doing?
Going up.
Okay. We're going up, okay. Huh?
Oh, okay. Hint.
Oh,
sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Both players grabbing hints.
Probably would not have. Feels a bit slow, but we would get the information that that's a key. Which probably not too helpful if we just go for STK hints. Because like the only other thing that it could be instead of an STK would be an Inghive key, and we wouldn't care about those at all.
Yep. So I imagine McColyer is going to do Mineshaft and Vent Area, or excuse me, Sand Canyon.
Yep.
What I was about to say before was, I hope FTA has a good hint. Because I think that's the way McColyer gets back into this game. Because right now, he's just very far behind.
Yeah. And Rico is gonna finish out Aegon here. If you check Mineshaft, then there's no way you're not checking Vent Area A at this point.
Yep.
And again, I feel like going to Spider's Treasure and then safe warping out to Torvis to labs, either from Hive entrance or from labs again, Feels like just a very conservative, but like
No, McColyer also needs
good
to do as soon
route to
as
get anything.
McColyer finds supers, McColyer needs to do the very unnatural thing, which is to go immediately back to pick up the worm key and Warrior's Walk and then fight worm, which is like very, very unnatural. I don't imagine that happens.
And then we still don't have Echo yet, so we couldn't even get the spider ball. So
Yeah. Looks like we're doing Hazen Cliff first for McColyer, which I don't mind.
yeah.
Or yeah, we need power bombs though first. An hour in, we already have 6 red keys for 2 bosses. It's not too bad. Chica is non-logic. Worm is. Chica requires boost ball. Because one of the yeah. Quad will come into logic once we have Echo Visor and boost.
Not too appealing on Half Combat Mastery.
Kind of look like an E-Tag to me.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we could get, but we have 3 already. For pressing need to get that. Going for the bomb. Space jump here. To screw. Okay.
STK.
Take that.
Number 3. I really don't think this is necessary.
No.
We have a student 3. That should be enough. Unless we're really scared of final bosses.
And Rico gets it.
Okay. Does Rico do
Cobalt? Oh.
Oh, that's
okay.
Cobalt.
Oh, okay, then I understand it a bit more. You can just immediately grab a hint here.
A beam and judgment pit. Do you think?
Well, thank you, game. McColyer did not decide to try and pick up Cobalt. So Echo's likely going to be in Torvus, so that we can get access to that spider ball. I feel like after this, we really should go towards Torvus. You could fight worms here currently, but I mean, we don't know what the item on worms itself is. If that is Echo, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I think Rico's pausing to write down the STK location.
That's fair.
And the number.
Yeah, that's actually reasonable.
Probably do it while taking the portal transition, though. You want to optimize it a little bit. Collier's back in the labs, probably save warping. I would like Rico to go fight Worm, please. I think that is wise here. If we were right about Spider-Ball being in Mining Plaza. And McColyer, if you wanted to do if you wanted to do a faster save warp, you would go to Hive Entrance. Or Hive Reactor Core. Or Hive Reactor, I don't know what the name
Yeah.
is. Let me look it up.
Like going to that save station where it would be
Hive
in
Reactor.
Sang Fortress 2 in Reactor Core. And Rico looks likely going towards worms.
Good.
Just clear Aegon before you do anything else.
I think it makes sense here. I think it makes sense in Rico's situation to go check Sankey and Mineshaft in the first place is a bit conservative. Most higher level players would not even bother and just go straight to Zorvis or grab hints. But yeah.
I think like the only gripe I have with this is, or like not even gripe, but the only thing is there's no pressing need to do it now aside from the one check on worms itself. Because you don't have echo yet.
I think it's worth because you can save warp right after worm, and also to come back for a late. Wait, what?
Where are we going?
Some labs.
What?
Battleground cache? No.
the portal.
Oh, wants to save cannon. Yep. It wants to save cannon. Could have gone around the crossroads. I'm not actually sure what's faster. That's an important point.
But then why we go this way and not through main reactor?
That's a good question.
Maybe just Rico changing path on the fly, was intending to go to the normal portal, realized that he would have to go through crossroads, and then deciding, well, Labs is probably just closer. Because if that was your or original route anyway, then this is just an unnecessary go around, I feel like.
Yeah, it would be funny if Echoes and Worms. We already willed the super missiles into existence. Let's will the Echo into existence as well. Why not?
To be fair, though, like that wasn't too far-fetched, I guess. We had the hint for major, and the most likely major at that point in the logic chain was probably supers, given with all the information we had.
So yeah, Worms is logical because of those supers. So there's a good chance that Worms might have something here because it's the next thing in progression, or the next thing that's unlocked in progression. So if Worms has something, this is kind of a disaster for MColyer. Now, if FTA hints something, we might still have a game here. Okay, FDA, what do you have for us today? Chica's dead.
While the hint is somewhat useful, that's definitely not the kind of hint that McCollier needed.
Oh, what was that?
I have no idea.
That was sparkling. Well, it's going to take a while to update, so we'll see. If that's boost, then oh boy, that is good info.
Now, does McCollier try to grab the Annihilator?
Ooh, that might have been grapple. FTA. I think that's grapple. Yeah, that's grapple.
So looks like we got a nice Amorbus skip there from Rico.
Oh, well, we'll take it.
Unlimited missiles. I mean,
We will
sure,
take it.
fine. Like any beam combos now, we find we can just spam without regard.
The Curse Lake is super dead. I gotta heal nature because of Mining Plaza.
Yep. Collier is trying to go for that. Not sure if McCollier fully knows how this works or just has seen it.
It is required.
McCollier
Sliding
is
is
not
required.
going for the slope jump here, and
Yeah, it doesn't know the trick.
looks like to try to go for the bomb space jump instead.
I think we just save warp here for Rico. I don't know where we're going. I really don't know where we're going here. Maybe it doesn't remember that Mining Plaza requires Echo. That's my guess.
Could be.
Trying to preserve the cannonball, which you don't need to do. You can just take the portal terminal. Or I'm really confused by this.
I mean, there was a race earlier in the tournament where
returning the energy.
runner did not remember about having Echo for Mining Plaza. Not sure if that was Rico.
I think Rico doesn't want to take the route from
Yeah.
doesn't want to take the route from whatchamacallit's portal terminal or portal terminal, whatever it's called, to Mining Plaza back to Aegon Temple. Instead, thinks this is faster, which it is not. It is faster to just go through Mining Plaza.
You can just even go to Portal Terminal the normal way. It's just that you cannot go through Portal XSA. So it's like not a double detour, it's just a one-way detour.
Okay, now does McColyer go to Torvis? There's good reasons to go to Torvis right now for McColyer.
Yep.
Or do we keep trying to go for this Annihilator?
I mean, if you know the trick, then I would say give it maybe a few more tries, which it does not look like Collier really knows.
No.
Although this was at least an attempted slope jump, so maybe. Going for the bomb space jump, although I think that has to be 3 BSJ. It's also not the easiest.
Nature is healed. Amen. In terms of Torvis, we have just a bunch of stuff in Upper Torvis. We could do Torvis Plaza Access. It's not logical. Don't have much of Lower Torvis because we need Booster Grav for Lower Torvis, which we do not have. But we can do it out of logic if we want to.
I mean, if nothing else, there's likely going to be progression in Taurus at this point. Like,
I think progression has to be in Taurus. I'm looking at my list. Yeah, it has to be in Taurus.
It's
Is Hollow
likely
logical? No.
gonna be
Devotional.
Echo to open up that spider ball.
Yeah,
Could be just
there's
gravity.
the only logical checks left are in Taurus on my list.
And Rico. Let's just save open. Okay.
Yep. Gonna go through Transport C. Oh wait, is Phase on Grounds logical? No, wait, Phase on Grounds is logical.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot about Phase on Grounds. My bad. Imagine if this is progression. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you earlier said in cache 4 is probably the most isolated check in this random. I would say probably Phase on Ground is easily is the most easily forgotten one.
Yeah, it's easy to just like not go here. It's a it's a deceptively slow check.
Also, the requirements to get to it are not that low, and once you can do it's like often just so awkward to route in.
Yeah. Looks like a missile to me, but I'm gonna double check just in case it's a hot dog.
Oh, McColyer just turned around, so we could have easily grabbed that if we would have wanted it.
Okay. I'm gonna... Yep. Okay, only Torvis is left.
Yep.
At least for Rico. Rico doesn't know that Phase of Grounds is nothing, but probably gonna go to Torvis anyway. Meantime, we get some meeting ground hints.
Could check Hall of Undead if we really wanted
Morbus,
to.
G-Thanks game.
And we're not going for hits.
That's fine.
Yep. If you're not too comfortable with the out of bounds screw attack there to the tunnel or the other method on. Seeker and Great Bridge. Well, yeah, that's the point
Okay.
at which we could grab hints. So a bit awkward because we would probably not want to save warp out of hints to keep our cannonball.
So what does that put into logic? Mining Station B, Storage A. Oh, that does put Training Chamber into logic now. Which I already had. Nothing in Sank in logic, no, just yeah, just some checks in Aegon, which I do not think we should do. No. Definitely don't go back to Mining Station B.
No.
But yeah, hints. Oh, Hollow Dead is available. I guess we could check that, but I don't think we need to.
Could have already checked it without Seekers if we know the ways out. But
it's just not logical without boost.
Yeah.
One thing I would have liked to see Rico do back when he did Hive Chambers is do the whatchamacallits.
Defile Shrine hit or
Defile Shrine hit, correct, yeah. Oh, what is that?
ammo.
Oh, ammo.
That form is an ammo expansion.
It was so blurred for me, it kind of looked like a missile shape for a second there. For me, at least.
Shapes are usually fine for me on the comm stream. Quad is dead.
Is that another
multiplayer?
That's another multiplayer.
That's really, really, really large. So, given that we have unlimited ammo, that's double damage.
Nice.
Okay, so
All of our stuff. Nice.
yep. So fights are not gonna be a problem. Just shoot your machine gun.
Yeah.
I'm not
Do we
sure why we're
do
activating the cannon. We don't really want to use it at any point.
do we get hints right away, or do we clean up Upper Torvis at the very least, light Upper Torvis? Like I kind of want to get the barrier down in Torvis Energy Controller first. Like I want to do Torvis Energy Controller, get Forgotten Bridge, save,
See,
or maybe
the
even
thing,
go into Dark Upper Torvis, save work from there.
the thing is, we just want to walk out of hints anyway.
Oh yeah, we have
So
cannon. Never mind. We have cannon. I forgot about cannon. Although
like
we don't.
we could have definitely saved warp and gone from temple, but I'm not sure if it's that much faster than going around. And with hints, we maybe have a more specific direction to go towards.
Do we though? We need progression in Torvis.
We
We
do,
need
but
we need. In fact, I don't think. In fact, I think we either need Dark Visor or Echo and Turvis.
yeah,
There's nothing. You
definitely
cannot have anything else to get into sync.
we need one of those two. But
Yeah.
like once we get one of those two, like we might have options to try and start skipping things according to information that our SDK hints give, or prioritize stuff. Like,
We know the thing is we know we need Echo, so I would have preferred
yeah,
to at the very least grab Underground Tunnel hint and Torvis Energy Controller hint.
I would absolutely not have blamed anyone for just clearing Upper Torpus. So, given that we want to try to keep our cannonball, I think either way is reasonably fine. That an SDK that looked like relatively large for ritual grounds.
Yeah, keeping cannon is not that big of a deal. I would have liked to see. I mean, it does. Boost ball is fast, but like, I don't know. That's
We
probably another
definitely
reason why.
want to keep it until we at least find boost, or no, we don't need boost. Because losing our boost ball currently would be potentially very bad.
Perfect path.
Same path. Well, we need Echo anyway.
Future alcove.
Alcove. Yeah, we're going to come across that. Second MColyer staying in Torvis. Gathering Hall. So we need our boost.
Fire and boost, yeah. So logically required boost that has to be available.
All of our dead, we need our boost. Or keep cannon.
Cat W.
Cat West. That one's free after Spider. Battleground, we need Dark Visor. Okay, so both visors.
Mm-hmm. And finally, TTS.
TTS and Gravity. Or do some out of
So we needed the whole kit. Time to complete the game. So I think right now we grab that STK and all under dead. Agree?
Probably. Feel like you can do it at any point, but you are right next to it, so might as well do it now.
Why we still have boost? Is my
Yeah.
argument.
I mean, we need to keep boost at least for Gathering Hall for a while longer, so we might keep Cannonball just towards the end. Anyway. Also, we don't need Light Suit, so the Cannonball could actually help save some health. Especially on Evering 2. So, like, there's no pressing need to get the Hall of Honor Dead key, and looks like Rico agrees with that sentiment.
I still feel like it's better now, just in case, like after we've gotten Gathering Hall, we have to get rid of it. Also, I imagine, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I agree with that too. So, like,
Also,
it
we can grab the
might
hint for the
be
Final Try as well.
more, or it might be more risk management, like to just get it now. Then maybe later here. If Echo is, for instance, vanilla, you never know. Then we would need to get rid of
Never
the
mind.
boost.
It's right there.
Oh.
Meanwhile, hint says gravity boost and Dark Taurus.
Oh. Yeah, it's good to know. Which probably means it's gonna be an upper Dark Taurus.
It could be lower Dark Taurus if we find boost. If we find boost, it could be lower Dark Taurus, yeah.
Feels unlikely currently with how the seat is going, but you know, always a chance.
I feel like McColyer should have gone Temple Access, but okay, looks like we're doing that now. Nope. Okay,
Maybe
going
just
back up.
for God, yeah. Rico misses the super.
Okay, but we do... That Echo does mean Spider is logically available now, so what do we have? Main research, reactor core.
It opens up a lot of things because we also have Cobalt with that now, logical.
Transit station as well. Airy, not yet till boost. Dynaworks, not till boost. Sank energy controller. Sank temple access, not yet, not till dark beam or dark visor. Sentinel's path, we do have, yeah. So underground tunnel.
Tank Temple actually dead because it does need Dark Visor, and that's like the only thing that we could need there, since we know gravity is not gonna be there.
Boost ball under temple access. Sorry, we're in go mode.
We are not. Dark Visor.
Oh, I got excited. Sorry. So we are in Dark Visor Casino. But is Under Temple Access actually available logically? No, wait, what? Oh, okay, so yeah, that means Grav has to be an upper Dark Taurus. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep, correct. What? No, no, actually, we have Spider now. We have Spider now, so we can do Under Temple Ledge, Under Temple Boss. Could be Dungeon, that'd be weird. That was Ammo Med Vista.
Would need Light Suit at that point. See, I mean, it could be Under Temple or Under Temple access now, since we do have access to Spider.
Yep.
And look like Rico might just want to grab that Spider.
Yep. Good idea. Could also grab the hint in Mining Station B if we wanted to.
That's probably more weird thing. There's 2 checks there, and Darkwiser's not accounted for. Not sure if Rico has both the boost and the gravity hint yet.
Underground Tunnel is the, I feel like we probably should, okay, I guess Spider into Underground Tunnel, so yeah. Where are we going? Huh? Nope,
The wrong
yep, okay,
direction.
good. There we go.
I mean, grab Spider now, so that if you go Underground Tunnel, you can just do mine Taurus Plaza.
Yep. You might even want to skip Torres Plaza and just do Dark Upper Torres.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you might want to skip at this point. MSB, like all the unnecessary checks. Just go to Darkwiser. You have to find your path through that. Like MSB is 2 checks and a hint. Torres Plaza access are tube checks, one of which you at least can spot very easily. But you also might just want to push Sang for the item density at this point after you find Graph, so
There's
definitely
more
you
item
could just
item
skip.
density in Torvis still than going Sank here.
Well, not immediately go in Sang because you want to grab that gravity at least.
Yeah.
But you go lower Taurus and then, or go Dark Taurus. Maybe try to skip Boost Guardian if you really want to. See if you can find Graph before that. You have to go there. You have some options here in how you want to approach the rest of Torpus.
In the meantime, McColyer would really love to see that hint for the Aegon keys.
Yeah. Which would say Dark Torvus, if you remember where you got the others. Dark Aegon. That's the SDK. Probably the reason why you should just do this before Boost Guardian, since we do need to do it anyway. If we find Graph in Storage A for now, then we could potentially skip it. Though McColyer still has to find the key and the hint, so has much less reason to skip things. There's Rico's knowledge about Boost Ball.
Are we not doing Cache as McColyer? Wait, what? Are we hot dogging Cache? Or hot dogging Cache? We are not hot dogging Cache.
And that is indeed gravity, so yeah. If Rico does the same route through Dark Torvus, Rico has the option to potentially skip out on Boost Guardian. If you rather want to rely on hints for Darkwiser or just the rest of lower Taurus, we need to grab TTS anyway.
It's a Portal Chamber Light that we're going for. Nothing.
Maybe did not peaked it earlier, so like have to go there and then. Which I always feel like if you do not want to take this way out with the out of bounds, then you probably should peek Portal Chamber A. instead of just going blindly in there, because 2 portal transitions just to peek that item are way slower than just transitioning a room. And Rico is being a bit thorough still, checking at least plaza access, and if you are going this way, then you probably should also check plaza.
Yep. And then I imagine the Boost Guardian, and then the rest of our Dark Torvus, and then we could do Cash B Chasm or not, but
I mean, we could do Cash B Chasm, but since we are finding Graph anyway, I don't know. If you're fast on it, sure. If not, we probably would rather stay in the light world, because we don't have anything hinted in lower Dark Taurus yet, so maybe just trying to stay light world and check the hints first is the preferred option. Try to spot the Dark Visor hint, if there's any.
there's a Force Morph trigger on those things. Can't do this, I don't think. Unless you like, or do that, I guess. For some reason that works.
It's useless.
So just Dark Torvus Arena remaining in Upper Torvus, and we're done with Upper Torvus.
Crossbow runners.
Yep.
Looks like MColyer is going for hints now. So pretty much doing what you said earlier. Just clear Upper Dark Torvus and save for about 4 hints. MColyer does have the boost info, so could take the safe warp out, pivot save out, and then just regrab boost. And Rico will be finding gravity before doing Boost Guardian, so has the option of just leaving Boost Guardian behind. I would be slightly surprised if Rico does so, but
Yeah, I feel like you.
like,
I feel like you do
how
your
Rico,
Boost Guardian on the way out.
yeah, with how Rico has done it this way, has played so far, then it would be very strange for Rico to now start to skip exactly Boost Guardian with a power bomb, and especially with double damage.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be. Though we don't have Sunburst, I guess.
Poison Bug was missile related, that's right. And then Ing Reliquary was also Morph Ball related.
Yeah.
Which means that it's dead.
Dead. We have no info on Defiled Shrine so far.
So I think you grab Boost and under Temple Access, and then you book it to Sank after grabbing hits in Lower Torvus. I don't even think you do that many Lower Torvus checks. You get the
TTS.
the keys. Yeah, TTS, Gathering Hall. Yeah, TTS and Gathering Hall, and you maybe...
Yep.
Do you skip... I guess you could do checks there. They're not actually as slow.
I mean,
if you're grabbing, if you're at that point, if you're grabbing those keys and you're also... And TTS, or TTE's not that slow of a check. If you just...
Yeah, I mean, TTE definitely you can just peek that, since you have to enter Gathering All anyway. From that side, you can just easily peek that.
I'm basically wondering if we should just clear out Lower Torvus, and it kind of feels like we should. It's actually not that slow.
We can.
We have how many checks on Lower Torvis? We have Hydrodynamo Station free. Hydro Chamber Storage. That is a bit
It's
slow.
probably more about like how you would like to order them. Like I would really prefer to at least check the hints as soon as possible. So stay in light Torvis first, which makes routing lower Torvis a bit awkward.
Yeah, when do you grab the boost? When you go for the hints?
Yeah.
Um,
So like if you can spot the Dark Visor hint early on, definitely would make everything much faster. But if you try to rush hints, it does cost a bit of efficiency on doing checks.
I think you start with Gathering Hall. Grab the hint there. TTS, or grab the item there, unlock the portal, go TTS into dungeon, then back to training chamber, then back to... Oh, which portal do you take? I think, I don't know.
I mean, you can open up the Gathering Hall portal. You can check the dungeon item with the hint. So like there's no pressing need to go into lower Dark Taurus. It's a bit weird.
No, I just mean if you're going to do... How do you... Because the boost is under simple access. How do you get there faster while also grabbing hints?
But you don't need to grab boost if you keep Cannonball currently.
I absolutely think you should grab boost here.
Like, I agree to an extent. But
we need...
There is not much that would force us to lose Cannonball at this point.
Yeah, I guess.
We do have
Airy.
Cobalt.
Airy would be.
Yeah, Airy is the big scary thing in that regard.
Airy and Vault, or we need boost for Airy and Vault. I mean, we can do with Cannon.
Vault we can without Cannonball. Yeah. Airy is the problem because we need to lose Cannonball to get past the glass. I mean, the thing here still is, Rico does have Cobalt, so we do have also all the Cobalt hints. So Sank is more attractive to Rico than probably to MColyer.
Chad's asking, what do you need for Grand Windchamber logic? We have everything. We have Seekers, Light and Dark Beam, and...
Yeah, Boost is the logical piece of that.
Yeah, we have Boost as well. Logically, we have Boost now.
Yeah. We have not collected it, but we could get there.
Yep.
Both runners know where Boost is, and we have logical access to that Boost.
Finally getting Defiled Shrine hint, yay!
Which cannot be Dark Visor.
Life support. That could be Light Suit.
That could be Light Suit for all we know.
Which would net us nothing. So that's pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Because then that would mean if that was Light Suit, that means Sank Map can't be Dark Visor.
Yeah, if that would be Light Suit, then Dark Visor could not be Light Suit locked.
Or Dungeon. Or anything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what the lower Torvis route is. I think no matter what, we grab hints. Whether or not we grab boosts, it depends on whether or not we want to do the rest of lower Torvis. I feel like doing the rest of lower Torvis is not as slow as you would expect, especially considering the only thing would be dungeoning, or only thing we've been orphaning would be dungeon.
We wouldn't really orphan that, because if that is gonna end, I mean, that cannot be done.
Never mind. We're moved. Never mind. We're done.
all our speculation are just completely for naught because yeah, it's just right there.
Yep. Now we can speculate on where the hive keys are, the remaining beam combos, and where light suit is. We're very good.
Do we even have to touch Sank at this point anymore?
No, I don't even need to go sync. I don't know why we're grabbing it.
Good question. Maybe Rico just wanted a hint on how to do this room. Maybe just didn't realize we're in go mode yet. Why we're opening up the gate?
Yeah, we should be booking it right now. We should be doing TTS. Why are we not doing TTS?
Because Gathering Hall is a key.
Oh, Gathering
So
Hall, okay.
we try to do Gathering Hall. Maybe just Rico just needed to remember how to do this room.
We don't actually need to do this. We can just use power bombs. But we need more. We need more ammo, though. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's the thing. So if you can do this first try, this is a bit faster than just trying to boost up to the spider ray. I feel like.
When are we adding infinite power bombs? I have no idea. That'd be nice. Where's MColyer going now? We want to be going to Lower Torvis for hints. Why are we here? Oh,
Grabbing an Annihilator. Because we need it for TTS.
Okay.
I mean, MColyer is not gonna try anymore because MColyer is just going to do it vanilla at this point.
Yep.
Or slightly vanilla, I guess, because we use screw attack instead of the boost cannons.
Vanilla wind chamber puzzle. Can you believe it?
Bonk.
MColyer can also just do Profane Path right after.
Yep.
It's another option as well.
So then you would have to go out through the temple again, because McCoy did not pick up a Dark Visor yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which still, I guess I would... I mean, knowing that you have to get Dark Visor... Maybe you leave it for when you go for Sky Temple, then you can just open up the gate and go around instead of having to go through the temple again.
What are remaining light suit checks? I have Dark Oasis, Feeding Pit Dungeon, Sank Map, Hive Entrance. I think that's it. Yeah, those are the only checks we're skipping here. And Defiletron. Well, could just be Defiletron.
Yeah, it could just be
Defiletron. Okay, so after this Profane Path, I'm guessing it's Profane Path after. I mean, I don't know. Could Could be like you said,
Again,
go back to Torvus.
knowing that you need to get Dark Visor anyway, you could leave that for later.
All right. Awesome. Completed puzzle. Now we can finally grab the Annihilator Beam. And we have to lose Cannon to do this, I believe. Yep. We do. I forgot about that.
Which is okay, given that you know where boost is, but it is slightly annoying. You lose a bit of speed until you get there. And McColyer has to grab boost because McColyer doesn't have the Gathering Hall key yet.
Where is Rico going? KW, we're done.
All right,
I'm guessing safety
we need to
boosts?
go saying so. Cat W was boss. Okay. Right.
Then why are we going back here?
Huh?
Oh, ammo.
Ammo. Powerbomb management.
Power bomb management.
I
Oh,
wonder
we
if it
gotta
would
fight
be
these
just...
dudes. I forgot about that. They give us sunburst and then we gotta fight one of the fastest enemies in the game. Of course. Looks like it is Profane Path from McColyer.
Yeah. It's okay. I wonder if Rico, you if it would have been just faster to try to open up the gate and go to the ammo fish, but I guess not. I feel like those enemies are unreliable on dropping power bombs, though. Maybe it's just me. So for Rico, it's then after this Cat West and Hall of Honor Dead, Profane Path, and what's the last one? Oh.
You don't need to be checking items at all. You just walk past this.
Yep.
You can go up ATS if we wanted to. I think ATS is probably the fastest way to get here. But if you want to clear out more of... Oh, that's Sunburst. Yeah, I think the faster way here is ATS.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you want to go check for light suit, then maybe
No, we're skipping
maybe
checks now.
look for E-tanks. Yeah, if you're just skipping things like that, you just go up towards ATS. Hive Transport West. Do have Echo for that.
Dark Cat W.
Yep.
If you want.
Battleground is the last one. Okay.
Yeah. That's right, yeah, Battleground. That route's nice. Like we can... Well, I guess doing this puzzle now... No.
I mean,
Should've
it
just
would have
done-
routed nicely if you just grab Cat Burst first.
Yeah. Just up to ATS, go back down.
Because you now do a loop around through a sink, an additional one. Or a bigger one, I guess. you wouldn't have to cross main gyro part of the puzzle.
Yeah, this is the slow bit. This is really, really slow. This puzzle alone is what makes Sank really, really unattractive of a play. Generally, because it funnels you here into this. Now, it's not too bad if you know the wall crawl from Dynaworks. You should do the door morph, go out of bounds, and then go straight to the boost slot and clean it up really fast. But doing this puzzle is very, very slow. Looks like McColyer is going to Aegon?
Pretty sure that was the Aegon key hint somewhere in Taurus.
Yeah, it was in Lower Torvis. It was on Gathering Hall.
McColyer was...
Oh, Mining Plaza. Mining Plaza.
Yeah.
No?
McColyer was...
Huh?
Huh?
I have no idea where we're going now. Oh, did we just forget which elevator was the right one and we went to the wrong one?
Maybe.
Probably. Is Rico gonna go back to Lower Torvis here? Please don't go back to Lower Torvis. Huh? We're figuring out the battleground key? Why did we do all that just for Cat W?
So the remainings are Battleground, Profane Path, and Hall of Undead.
Yeah.
Why are we going back down instead towards Battleground? Just to save warp?
If it's just a save warp, that's a little bit silly, but if it's to grab boost, maybe? That makes a little sense, just in case we grab it. We just don't need boost anymore.
Why would we need to grab boost at this point?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. If it is to save warp, this is just... Yeah, okay.
Even if we lose boost now on Rico's position, it doesn't matter, because we don't need it for any of the remaining checks.
I think this is just a save warp.
Yeah.
Or maybe forgetting that there's an Aegon elevator. Yeah, they're forgetting there's an Aegon elevator. It takes us straight to Battleground. Also, this elevator sucks because we have to go through Mining Plaza instead of Portal Terminal because we're gonna lose a cannibal.
Yeah, this just feels like very roundabout way of getting to where you want.
A little bit of a mistake, but okay. At least we're getting to the right area.
I mean, that's the most important point. If you at least moving towards you want to be, that's always good.
Yeah.
If there's a faster way, that would be better, but...
It looks like McColyer indeed took the wrong elevator.
Yeah.
Although, we should have gone Mining Plaza first, no? Yeah. Oh, we don't have boost to get back up. Well, still, I feel like you might want to go grab Mining Plaza just in case Dark Visor is on Power Arm Guardian. Or maybe gone Mining Plaza first before grabbing
the thing is,
Annihilator.
McColyer still doesn't have the third key. It was in Warrior's Walk.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Forget it. The entire rant was a bit silly.
So, if McColyer did not get the hint yet, there's obviously no information for that.
Yep. Alright, off the Battleground. So now McCollier's going to go to Lower Taurus, immediately discover that we are in fact in go mode. Gonna have to go grab the boost ball. We do need it for Gathering Hall, logically, or at the very least, it might... Probably grab it anyway.
I mean, McColyer did give up Cannonball, right?
Yeah.
So McColyer has to grab Boost to get Gathering Hall at the very least.
If we don't know the if we don't know the thing.
I would imagine that we would need Boost in McCollier's base.
Okay, I feel like now we save warp in Judgment Pit. Profane Path. All of Honor Dead. Bleed the game. McColyer hasn't found Darkvisor. Didn't drop down yet. Went to save first. Okay.
We'll find the good news in about
Oh
2
no.
seconds.
There it is, right
we
there. Go
go.
grab it. You're done.
I mean, McColyer needs to
Well,
do this to get Boost.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
I'm out of it.
Like, the only thing that prevents McColyer from finishing now is that last Agon key.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like you. Actually, I don't know what's better here. Grabbing hints. No, you can grab the boost, so you can grab the Gathering Hall hint as well as the item.
Yep. And after almost 2 hours, we actually open up this gate the way the seed intended us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just like about 100 minutes after we should have done it, more or less. And not for the reason that the seed intended us to do so. But it is convenient. Just get that last SDK here, or that SDK here.
You're right about the lack of power bombs. Unless we were already full on power bombs.
Good old ammo fish.
All of our dead, and then we are complete. I actually don't have that many questions. Most of it just seems like Rico and McColyer just didn't know the optimal routes to do things, like forgetting the Aegon elevator, or knowing that you can preserve Cannonball by going through Mining Plaza instead of going all the way around. McCollier's gonna get the good news at least. Dark Aegon Waste, Temple Grounds. I believe, yes, it is, in fact, Warrior's Walk that Collier is missing.
Now, McColyer doesn't know that. Because they're still feeding Pit.
Yep. But considering we need Spider to progress into Sank, I believe. No, we don't. We have Dark Visor. That's pain. We also have Echo, so yep, never mind. Did we get boost just to wait? Huh? The SDK?
Huh?
McCollier? Yes. We have power bombs? Huh? Are we tunnel visioning the I think we're tunnel visioning the Aegon key.
Yeah, we don't have Spider.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Boy, I'm out of it. I'm completely out of it.
I mean, it took me like about 10-15 seconds to realize what was the problem, but
Yeah.
we in fact don't have Spider yet on McColyer side. That was the whole big reason why we even needed that Eggen key. And
Mm-hmm.
Rico going for the instant morph into the morph tunnel and didn't get it, and just is going for Seekers.
McColyer is lost about something. Oh, I was looking for the Aegon key in here, but we already got it in Wind Chamber. This isn't done. We have to go to Aegon.
Yeah, that's the reason why you want to note where you find your temple keys. Like, you don't necessarily need to note the specific rooms, although that could be useful for other hints. But at least note the areas in which you find them, since that's what's noted on the keys. Because we got the Aegon key from Wind Chamber Gateway, so Temple Grounds is cleared in terms of Aegon keys. We had one in Aegon itself, so the only one that we...
Maybe he's thinking that he got the Crossroads key?
That was a Taurus key,
Yeah, which he scanned. Maybe he's misremembering it as an Aegon key. Or misremembering that he didn't get it. Because he definitely got Pod W in TBA. And now where are we going? FTA to check it again, which we will find out is in fact... Or just going into Sank through to that area. Which we could go get the Cobalt and then go Hall of Combat Mastery, so like going to Sank here is not necessarily a horrendous play. But I feel like we should have stayed in Lower Taurus and gotten all those hints. Actually, no, we don't need them. We just need the Aegon key. Never mind. No, this makes sense to check FTA here. Yeah, check FTA, then go to Aegon.
McColyer is looking for items that are not there anymore. Like, you would see them on the map, those little white spots, if they're not collected. But yeah, McColyer must be misremembering. Maybe thought of the key that we got in Aegon, like that Vent Area A key. And also thought that there was something on from Dark Aegon. Hard to say.
There's no reason to make this fight hard for yourself when you have infinite ammo and double damage and Annihilator. Just spam Annihilator.
Yeah.
It is faster. If you really want to be slick, you can Sunburst right as it starts to open up. But Annihilator is perfectly respectable.
Yep.
Welcome, Raiders. Hope you enjoyed the CGC Weekly. We got Rico versus McColyer. McColyer, unfortunately, got to, what was it? Missed out on a worm key, which is locking a mining plaza spider ball. That's the type of seed we got today. Mining plaza spider ball. And McColyer is now looking for that final key, which is in Warrior's Walk. And the reason McColyer missed out on it was because McColyer elected not to go to GFMC after doing Bomb Guardian, I believe. Or Jump Guardian Loop. Instead, elected to do labs.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. It made sense at the time. Not a terrible play, but it was unfortunately the incorrect one, because super missiles were on top of ship. So,
Which were hinted as a major. So both runners knew.
Yeah, so the runners knew at least.
But the order just meant that McColyer did not have any good reason to go back to Warrior's Walk.
And Rico, being heads up and thinking ahead, also grabbed the Annihilator Beam. Which worked out, and now, worked out, which was the Incash 2's SDK. So.
And, I mean, that Annihilator was maybe one of the big reasons why Rico routed the way Rico did. Because knowing that was there, and then to be able to also grab the major on the ship, it made just a lot of sense.
Yeah. Going back to GFMC when you know there's two majors there, makes sense. Especially considering those two majors kill two isolated checks that you would not then have to do in labs. Or potentially. At least one isolated checks in lab.
Yeah.
You didn't know it was supers at the time.
Of course, that means you are able to grab the Annihilator with Crew Attack from Brentman Chamber and don't need to do it vanilla like McColyer had to do.
Yeah, that's the big thing. But we might be able to get a mining station B hint while we're here.
I mean,
or at the very least get a look at mining station B.
Yeah, McColyer is still looking for the last Aegon hint, where the hint said one is an Aegon. That was the vent area A key, but there is still two checks here that McColyer hasn't seen. Or neither one has seen, actually. Rico never went back here. I think.
Yeah, Aegon is done. Aegon is clear.
Oh, maybe Rico did.
Interesting. The super missile strat I've seen before, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's both times I've seen it get centered immediately. But I think with double damage it immediately gets centered, but I'm not sure if it does without double damage.
Without double damage? Pretty sure it does not. I think it's super and 4 dark beam shots? 2, 3?
No, it's super missile after the DS3, like super missile to set up to reduce the HP, yeah, that's a thing. But after you've already reduced the HP and she drops?
No, then it's I think pretty much an immediate center. Like, I use supers when I'm in DS4 to like basically force her to instantly go back up more or less.
Yeah.
If you time it right.
This seed wasn't too bad, Reed. Honestly. The big problem is just that if you decide to go not to grab Annihilator and GFMC Major, you're just getting hard punished like McColyer is right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, McColyer did not write down the key hints, or the key locations, so now is wasting a bunch of time when he really should be in a Dark Aegon right now, immediately booking into Warrior's Walk.
Yep.
Because I believe that's the only check McColyer is missing, is Warrior's Walk Incash 2, which he knows Incash 2 is an STK.
Yes. And feeding pit, because we don't have light suit. But like, you probably have to play towards the Warrior's Walk at least anyway, and find out if you'll need light suit. Since you are just doing checks in normal Aegon, it's not that far, or McColyer is not thinking that far ahead anyway.
GG.
GG.
McColyer is elected to call it in. We finish with a time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
To a
Welcome,
MColyer
McColyer.
here.
GG's.
GG's.
So would you like to know where that worm key is?
Yes. I don't know. I was checking my map. I don't see why I'm missing it.
Warrior's Walk.
Oh,
Yeah. Hello, Rico. Welcome, GG's.
GG's.
I apologize for the dying animal noises in the background. My fan is broken.
I can't hear anything. Don't worry.
I put myself on push to talk, so hopefully it doesn't come off too badly.
So, the thing that pretty much decided it was McColyer didn't go to GFMC after Jump Guardian Loop. Instead, went to Labs.
Yeah.
And so got Super Missiles late and didn't get Warrior's Walk.
Ooh.
And is still and was on the way to find Warrior's Walk at the very end there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. Every route decision kind of makes sense. I actually don't think we have that many like immediate questions. The only real things that were confusing were like, oh, that were immediately answered because we realized like, oh, you guys just didn't know that there was a faster route. Like, Rico, you did some weird routing in Aegon rather than just going through Mining Plaza to get back to return the energy, that type of stuff. Like, oh, just
I
Or
was
like-
saving Cannonball.
yeah, but you could have just gone through Mining Plaza instead of going through Portal Access A. You decided to go all the way back into Labs instead of just taking the portal terminal portal and then going through Mining Plaza. The probably would have been fast. Stuff like that, basically. You just didn't know the fastest route. Same thing with like elevators.
I actually figured that would be faster to go through labs because labs. I was thinking it out in my head, and it seemed like the same amount of rooms, but the rooms, the portal terminal seemed a little bigger.
But yeah, other
I mean-
things like forgetting that like there was forgetting an elevator to Aegon and instead going back to Lower Torvis, back up to the top to et cetera, stuff like that.
Going all the way around through Sank instead of just going up through
ATS, yeah.
to aerial training sites through with the Echo.
Yeah, to grab Cat W keys, stuff like that. That was our only real question marks. But other than that, I think you guys routed completely sensibly. It was actually well played on both sides in terms of routing.
Thank you. I cannot do bomb jumps. I need to learn them. Even though the tournament already, for me, ended just now, but I need to learn them.
I mean, but we have seen you try the screw attack method to get Grand Wind a little bit. I'm not sure that you know that you need to slope jump off of that little stand up there.
No, I didn't. I was messing it up. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Like that's also probably a decent part of what helped Rico so much, and
Yeah.
maybe even the reason Rico routed towards GFMC at that time. Because just knowing that you can grab Annihilator and there's a major alongside there made it so attractive. No. Yeah. That was like one of the other differences aside from the big
Yeah.
routing one.
By the way, Rico, I loved your comment on the race time room.
Oh yeah, that was after I saw the pixels.
I was. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
I think on
read.
the,
If you don't know what you're talking about, the unlimited missiles are an iron worm.
I mean, there was an info that I think.
Oh yeah, that was
Meeting
there
grounds?
was. Meeting grounds, yeah.
yeah.
But where were the beam combos? We could have used them.
Light Suit was Defiled Shrine. One of the beam combos was Hive Dynamo Works, and the other one I missed it. I can watch it again.
So lights, it was
but-
indeed Defiled Shrine.
Yeah, it was indeed the foul trying light suit. Which were inconvenient. I mean, you just drive by, grab
Could
it.
have grabbed
That'd
it.
be nice, yeah.
I mean, if you don't have the
grab it.
hint for life support system, there's not much reason to. But it was right there.
Also, the title of my stream was the race against Rico, and then probably my last race. Who knows? I want to have some fun. The tournament was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Now that you're eliminated, do you have any final thoughts on the tournament? Like any feedback, happiness? Like what are your thoughts?
Well, as one who went to both mentor tournaments, was there for the Prime 1 and Prime 2. I do believe the Prime 2 had a lot of things that were fixed from the first one, like from the group stages. Well, I mean, that if someone dropped, another one came in instead of a loss of the spot. I think that was a really big improvement. And I don't know. For me, it was sometimes you ask for the only thing that could be fixed, but it's hard. Sometimes it was like, hey, I need a mentor, and you search for persons, and not all of them say I can. Most of them, when I tried to reach them, was I'm sorry, I have other things, or I'm already scheduled for a match. And I also did try to not to reach. Hey, you already went for 3-4 matches this week, and I didn't want to also burn out the mentors on that side.
I feel your pain. My work schedule sucks, so a lot of the time when I was free, mentors weren't. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I would say that's the biggest problem in my opinion, but hard to fix when everyone else has private lives.
Yeah, we just need more mentors. We need you guys to practice and become more mentors. Yeah, just get to it. You know, just be the change.
Now that I have a lot of time and I need to practice.
Yeah.
Also, exactly a year ago was week 2 of the Prime 1 tournament, mentor tournament. I think week 1 or week 2.
So did you enjoy this tournament? Did you like it? Did you have fun?
Yes, I had a ton of fun. Sometimes it was hard for me to fit my schedule because of again, personal reasons. And then this week, like yesterday at night, was like, we still need from work. We need to fix this entire report for Monday.
Oh boy.
Our ESG reports, and was like, oh god, we need to check every single word, everything, and I was so I had that. So now after this, I'm probably going to work for a bit, and tomorrow too. Sadly, this will be my weekend.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for participating. We're glad that you had fun.
Yeah.
Rico, do you have another match already set up, or you're gonna be playing your boy Rallin? You guys have any thoughts on this match? You guys gonna crap talk each other?
Pretty sure it's at least a rematch of some sort.
Yeah, I was really hoping I'd get a chance to do that.
I don't remember from when anymore. I've been a bit.
I think week 2.
That might sound true, yeah.
I had my rematch last week.
That was probably when I was getting comparatively lucky on the routes. Wasn't it? Might be.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that Baja and I got extremely unlucky in that one.
Or maybe that, yeah. But I feel like
that was the race that Jay referred to as the one time Baja did not close to their item.
Yeah. I feel like weeks 2 and 3 was both times with me and Jay versus Baha and my opponent, and like week 2 we pretty much nailed it, and week 3 was pretty much the opposite. So feels like if it was indeed week 2, then yeah, you're probably out for revenge. Let's see.
I'm just hoping for a good race.
Yeah. Oh,
I hope.
one more thing about the race. I was about to do Chica. I knew where all 3 keys were before the hint, and I was about to do it, and I was.
Oh,
That would have been nice.
Yeah, I
then-
was. But then I read the hint, I was like, okay, I'm out. Just remember it.
I am going to admit blind checking the Mosquito was very tempting because of how early the keys were.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
you're
had
Ganon.
unlimited ammo too.
Yeah, and Cannonball, it was like, I want to get all the juice out of the Cannonball, but also Kerr, I wanted to do every for this race, but Sang was erased.
Almost.
Except
Like
for
it
a
was
key.
the key in
Almost.
Cat West.
Yeah, there was only one key, but
And I mean,
Everything
there was
was-
the Cobalt in Hall
yeah,
of Combat Mystery for those.
Yeah, it was erased.
Hayes and Cliff had a key as well.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But that was right away.
I mean,
You guys got it.
you had to dip your toes into Sank for a bit and then just
yeah.
immediately
Nothing.
leave again.
Golden for me. I mean, required. For me, that's well, GG's for the tournament. I might help for commenting or tracking for future races. And
It's a blast.
it was a blast, to be honest.
Well, okay then. Let me just update the chat on our next match, which will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. So it is currently 4:23 p.m. for us, and that will be 5 p.m. tomorrow. So if you don't want to do time zones, it's exactly 24 hours and 37 minutes from now.
3 p.m. for
that
me.
is- that is on SpeedGaming 3. That is Marker's Mask versus Storm. Two high-seeded players. That is the winners round 4. So we're getting pretty late into the tournament. So stay tuned for that. That should be a good one. Follow runners. Thank you, Rollin, for being here with me. As I slowly lost my mind. I think that's-
I was right with there. I was surprised that I could keep my sanity as much as I did.
Yeah, it was just like, I think there was a time in Gathering Hall where like, why is McColyer turning around? They're like, this is the wrong way. Why are we doing? And then we're like, oh, we don't have Spider Ball. It's
Yeah.
been like a good 15
Or
minutes.
like, I don't
being
have Spider-Ball, but I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we were just sitting there like, wait, and then we realized,
Then you- I
oh,
think
it took
then
us
you saw my
way
tracker.
too long to figure out that you did not have Spider Ball. We were
Oh,
just
so you had a
crazy.
bad time in that one too.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough power bombs to drain the water, and I didn't want to test out water physics on boosting through it. So I was doing it without the half pipe. I bonked on a lot of things.
And at least you got that done with all the
Yeah.
water. So it worked in the end.
Bye, Kerr.
Well, all right then. If we don't have anything else, any final thoughts? We're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Thank you all so much for watching.
It actually was looking at the time.
Say again. You cut out a little
This
bit.
seed felt a lot longer than it actually was
Yeah.
looking at the time.
Yeah,
2 hour seed is not that bad, to be honest. Plus,
yeah.
I mean,
No
it
out of
was
bounds
just,
either.
Yeah, it was just hard to get to all the items, but the cleanup was just really, really fast in the end, more or
Yeah.
less.
yeah.
Well, all right then. That's it for us. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next mission.
See you next
Bye-bye.
See you next mission.